So in your staff notebook, the very first part of it is going to tell you one big thing that's so important to Marsha and I. It's called the greet and lever. Now, I need you to understand this big time while we have it on here. Our goal the first 30 days of anybody getting hired here is to learn the three basic things that we're going to need you for the most, and that's working the smoothie bar. The smoothie bar does a lot of business. We need everybody to learn that quickly. So if needed, we can send them over there really quick to help whoever's working over there if they don't do it on a normal basis. Number two, working the front desk, learning how the front desk works. Everything that you may need to know about the front desk, we want you to learn that. And then a basic tour. Now, people get confused a lot of times when it says basic tour. It's not a tour like you're trying to sell a membership to somebody. What it is, it's a tour where we take you through and explain every area to you in this facility of what we do. Example, group classes, what each class does, what each room does, how the women's gym works, how the training zone works, how the transformation station works, how the education program, anything that we think someone may walk up to you if you're working the front desk, if you're working the smoothie bar, if you're out on the floor, so that you don't look stupid and that the facility doesn't look stupid. So with that in mind, I want you to listen to how the greet and lever works. We train people for specific things and give you an idea of that. We have membership consultants. These membership consultants spend more time learning how to overcome objectives of people who may call in and or come in for a tour about memberships. They know what the competition has versus us. They know how to overcome things about if it's for rate inquiries, if it's service inquiries. They need to know how to overcome and get that person scheduled to either come in the door, and if they're already in the door, get them scheduled on a free week pass or get them signed up, of course. And so naturally, we want to use our what we call our A team. That doesn't mean as a membership consultant that you're the only one doing this. We want everybody after their first 30 days to start learning different things. One of those things is after the first 30 days is to start teaching all employees, except for the ones who are hired specifically for like the smoothie bar, to teach those employees how to do a membership, how to do a tour of selling a membership so that they can help out, how to answer the phone and give information. Now, with that in mind, we don't want you, if you're what I call the B team, to answer the phone and give rates out if you have a consultant on deck, and which is most of the time. Why? Because I want the most powerful consultant to get that phone. We spend money on advertisement, geo-targeting, maybe cable commercials, maybe regular TV, all different type ways so that phone will ring and so that people will walk in that door. And we need a person who's going to be the most likely person to get that phone call in that door and most likely to get that tour to join this club. Now, with that in mind, so the person working the front desk needs to know, excuse me, the person at the front desk needs to know who the membership consultant on deck is. If there's 2 or 3 consultants who do membership, they need to know who the lead person is and then the people behind them. So if that person's busy, who do they get next and so forth. We also need to know who the trainers on deck are. That way, if you're working the front desk, if someone's coming in and they're coming in for a goal assessment, a fitness follow-up, a training session, a nutrition consultation, we need to know how to greet and lever that to the correct person on deck. Who's the first person, and then again, like as membership consultant goes, who's second and third and so forth. We also need to know this. When we take a phone call or someone comes in and they have an inquiry and it requires management, we need to know how to greet and lever that to the correct person. Now listen to me closely. The reason why I'm saying all this and why this video is so important, we have in the past had numerous times where someone would answer the phone and they were trying to do us a favor because they thought we were busy or whatever, and they would start giving membership rates and lose that possibility of that sale by not knowing how to answer questions. Don't do that. Normally, 9 out of 9 times we're going to be available. There'll be that 1 out of 10 every once in a while we're not, and we need you to troubleshoot it, and we'll teach you how to do that, but get the 1, the 18 to get that. Second, we don't need someone at the front desk that doesn't know how to answer questions about training and exercise and stuff that could be a liability to start answering questions they don't know. We don't need to make up stuff. We need to get the trainer on deck. If there's not a trainer on deck at a time, then you get an appointment set with that person or get their name and number. We'll have a trainer call them. Don't answer questions you don't know. I know you're trying to help, but we don't want you to until we have you trained to do so. Now, number 3, management. We have had so many times in the past where someone would come in with an account problem or this or that, or they call and want to cancel, and that person thinks they're doing us a favor by taking a load off of Marcia or whoever else is in a management position, only to mess it up. So we have a certain thing we let you do at the front desk, like that master book where you can write things if it's a credit card change, stuff like that, and then management gets it, takes care of it. When you have everybody that's doing things don't get done. And especially when it comes to management issues. If it comes to membership counts and what happens, members get mad. If it's an account issue or whatever, we want to steer it to management that can fix it. So remember, as much as you want to help in certain cases, there's certain things we don't want you to do. We just want you to know how to greet and leverage the correct person. Now, with that in mind, if you're working the front desk, you're going to learn these things over a period of time, and you will be the second, third string to do those things. Sometimes, in certain cases, like again, answering the phone for membership or possibly even being something with training, but not until we say, hey, you're ready, okay? So remember that. If you're a new hire, even if you've been working here for a while, please understand the greet and lever are critical to us. Don't let me come up and watch you answer the phone when I'm standing there and you start giving out membership. That's happened many times where you're giving 5 minutes worth of information and then you can't answer a question. You hand it to me and I don't have a clue what you went over, and that by that time that person on the phone's thinking, are these people morons? I'm going somewhere else. They don't even give us a chance at that point. Same thing with fitness questions. I've seen people who would give information that weren't trainers to people, and I think that makes no sense at all. So remember, this is a video that I may be repeating things over again, but I'm doing it because we have it done and over again where people don't listen to the fact of greet and lever. So pay attention to the fact that we are a greet and lever facility. You greet and you leverage the correct person, and when you do it, it all runs really smooth.